Or an acknowledgement that 4-H 101 training is provided by the National 4-H Headquarters of the U.S. Department of Agriculture under the direction of Sharon K.B. Wright, National Program Lead. Materials based on the work supported by the Cooperative State Research and Education Extension for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, K-State Research Extension, Kansas State University under special project number 2003-4152-001601. Original 4-H 101 handbook was developed by the 4-H 101 Evaluation Team chaired by Andrea Houston, 4-H Army Youth Development Projects, Virginia Tech University. Member of the design team identified adaptive with existing resources developed, and additional matters of the handbook are Darren Allen, Debbie Bowman, Sharon Daly, Marilyn Glasscock, Ann Hall, Chuck Hill, Deb Marple, Marianne Reynolds, Darcy Tessman. Adaptation generic format prescribed by the Marcy Mark McFarland, Professor Emeritus, Extension 4-H Youth Development, Kansas State University. Updates, edits have been made by the Rebecca Davis University of Maryland Cooperative Extension, Stephen McKinley, Purdue University Cooperative Extension. This page is blank. Introduction. The 4-H 101 training manual is designed a general overview of the resource guide with the youth development staff, with the volunteers, starting with the 4-H clubs, working with existing clubs, emerge basic concept of the principles effective with youth development delivered in a non-formal out-of-school setting with nuts and bolts information needed to manage a 4-H program. Manual is intended to individuals who are working with a knowledge of fundamental non-formal youth development program, and if these principles are new to you and your group, please contact the local state 4-H office for additional training opportunities to understand with the youth development, the role of the youth development professional, or your volunteers level of stage with ever developed online training to help staff volunteers further the knowledge of 4-H club management. This resource listed with appendix of our lesson. Two excellent examples of the resource of additional training youth development from theory are of the preparing youth development professional youth works, and some of all of the participants of the youth in your 4-H 101 training representative of the youth service of the organization or of the cooperative extension. Please emphasize that it is important that they establish partnership with the local 4-H extension professional. County extension office of the 4-H extension professional can provide them with the resources, curriculum, training, and important policy procedure that are required of the particular state 4-H program. Traditional 4-H has been delivered through the club model. This delivery model is beneficial with the youth because of the long-term assumed the consistent involvement, ongoing relationship support, peers, and caring competent adults. However, the 4-H club has evolved over the past 100 years for the agriculturally focused format to current model to providing youth from all walks of life the skills needed for the transition into the adulthood. We examine some of the different models of successful 4-H club throughout this manual. How to use the 4-H 101 training manual. 4-H 101 manual provides organizational management tool necessary to start with the maintain 4-H clubs. Each lesson begins with the lesson learning objective of the material, the need to complete the lesson, approximate time allowances suggested for each lesson. Many lessons are accompanied by hands-on activity. Reinforced learning objective appendix contains a handout with the further learning. Handouts may be the copies given and participant additional reference material with the PowerPoint and posters suggest for each lesson are included. These complete 4-H 101 manuals include lesson slides, handouts, is replicated, and the accompanying CD is available with the National 4-H Headquarters.gov. The material contained in 4-H 101 focuses on national 4-H policy practice with common to all 4-H programs. However, each state may differ in 4-H code guidelines and requirements. Of the purpose of this manual, the extension professional will be referred to the extension staff person working cooperative extension office in your state, but the person may be called the extension educator, county agent, extension facility faculty with some variation. Any of these, regardless of the title and the term, identifies the same basic operation. 4-H professional research knowledge and competency model of 4-H extension professionals set high standards for their work and take the roles of youth development educators seriously. Since 1985, the 4-H youth development professionals have relied on the 4-H professional research knowledge base to guide their efforts with working with and on behalf of the youth. In 2004, moved to the current comprehensive research knowledge representing the field of the 4-H youth development, and it was compiled, including the competency for the essential to conduct the 4-H youth development programs. The steady result of the 4-H professional research knowledge and competencies models, or 4-H PRK C, or professional reach, knowledge, competency, and focuses on what matters most working with young people. 6, integrated yet distinct domains were identified. Youth development, 1, 2, youth program development, 3, volunteerism, 4, equity, access, and opportunity, 5, partnerships, and 6, organizational system. Please note that each 4-H 101 lesson is anchored to one of these domains and can be used to build competencies in those areas. Lesson 1, introduction to youth and development materials, PowerPoint slides, posters of definition of youth development, the definition, positive youth development, plan development, strong 4-H historical timeline, 2 copies of the appendix, lesson 1 handouts. Participants are not receiving 4-H 101 curriculum objects. Objective, to introduce the concept of the positive youth development, review strengths for the cooperative extension 4-H, bring with the non-formal youth development field, unifying key events in the history of 4-H in time in 20 minutes. Lesson 1, introduction to youth development, the 401 professional research, knowledge and competency, youth development domain, youth development topic. What to do, review youth development principles and role in 4-H and the non-formal youth development. What to say, before you can begin understanding how 4-H works, you must first understand the fundamental principles to shift the foundation, how we approach of the worker, the youth, adult, volunteer, professional staff, with the goals of all 4-H programming as the growth and development in young people. Look at some of the basic definitions of youth development that will be used throughout the training. Show PowerPoint slides and posters definition of youth development. Youth development has been defined with the ongoing process with young people to attempt to meet their needs and develop competencies that perceive as necessary to survival and transition into adulthood. Show the PowerPoint slide poster definition, positive youth development. Positive youth development is the development of positive productive both youth and communities that occurs with the intentional process that promotes positive outcomes dealing with the people, providing opportunity with the choice and the relationship support with the caring and the knowledge of the skills adjusted for the necessary with the success of young people to grow and develop. Adults who do this by providing environments to youth that unsafe with the nurturing and with the offering experience with the help you the people to develop skills needed for adulthood. What to do, what to say. Youth development professional session for yourself with the help of the guide with the trained adult volunteer staff with the appropriate positive youth development experiences for the youth with whom we will work in a non-formal out-of-school program such as 4-H or recognized provided with a positive youth development at the university. Youth servicing the agency have identified research support with a positive youth and development. Many people in our communities do not realize the work done with the 4x4-H members comes from the research base of the 4-H have a direct relationship with the Land Grant University. 4-H non-formal development program, National Institute Food Agriculture, U.S. Department of Agriculture, part of the Land Grant University system, have access to current knowledge and research related to youth development. 4-H staff cooperative extension offices are located almost in every county in the United States. Show PowerPoint slides and poster strength of 4-H. Let's look at some of the 4-H program staff. 4-H nationally recognized effective youth development organization have strong local, county, state, and national infrastructures, provides outreach opportunities, support communities, provide research-based curriculum, has staff with a development, professional training, adult education, youth program, accessible resources. It has a record of successful partnerships with the other young youth servicing organizations, including military youth program. Lesson 3 will spend a little more time about 4-H history and structure. Now we take a brief look at the 4-H arrived as where it is today. Show PowerPoint slides, poster 4-H timeline. 4-H began in 1902 research with Land Grant University. We're trying to get farmers to adopt modern farming techniques, but we're meeting the resistance of the adult farmers who did not readily accept new discovery. Rural youth programs, which encourage the youth development experience with the new ideas to come in the way with the introduction of the agricultural technical adults. 1914 Congress created with a cooperative extension of the USDA, but it included the 4-H. At the time, the 4-H club consisted of corn clubs for boys and canning clubs for girls. Later, 4-H program expanded onto the international stage, offering opportunities for 4-H members and families throughout the country, with both hosts and students from other countries to visit other countries themselves. The first 4-H international exchange occurred in 1948 with American youth traveling to Europe. Group of Europeans also came to the United States for the first international farm youth exchange. In 1950, 4-H began with the extent of the urban area throughout the United States. In 1960, 4-H groups have been previously divided into gender, race, and were integrated into a single program. What to do? Historical timeline. 4-H historical timeline. What to say? In 1995, 4-H clubs began to be organized on military bases over the country to enable the military youth to benefit with a strong youth development programming offering 4-H. 4-H clubs are currently offered with the Army, Navy, the Air Force facilities over the country, around the world. Additional 4-H offered with the opportunity with the nationwide military children from geographical dispersed guard and reserve families. The National 4-H Impact Design Team identified the essential elements of 4-H in 1999. The elements of those of the beginning with the essential for the create with a strong positive youth development program such as 4-H. Much more discussed about with the essential elements starting with lesson 2. What began with the method to help each of the crop and strategy for the children who would turn to teach of their parents. It would involve the overtime and large youth of the organization in the United States 4-H community. 4-H continues to meet with the needs of the young people through with a variety of delivery methods with a hands-on learning opportunities, strive to make the best better. Year 2002 marked with the celebration 4-H 100th anniversary. 2009 national mission mandates launch 4-H science, healthy living, citizenship, the major program area that enable the 4-H refocus efforts to the long-term strength and further demonstrating the impact of these programs have developed with the youth over time. 4-H is non-formal development program in the National Institute of Food and Agriculture of the United States with the Department of Agriculture as part of the land grant university system has access to most current knowledge and research related to the youth development in the National Institute of Food and Agriculture provides administrative advocacy program support for the UA 4-H youth development program at the national level. As you can see, 4-H has enjoyed a long, rich history to help make it successful youth development organization that it is today. Alright, that was lesson 1, introduction.